And Sam, another day, another car.
Indeed.
Indeed, today is a bright blue one. It's the MGHS in its full options trophy edition. I cannot comment on the color because I like it as much as I hate it.
Really?
So, listen, I drive a yellow car in my daily life, so I guess I'm not the best judge of color, but what do you think on the blue?
I quite like it. It looks kind of like a German variation of a certain Porsche brand. Similar blue. That I quite like it. I think it's Miami something or other.
Let's just say if you get this blue, you're definitely standing out.
Yeah, I'm just not sure about it with the red interior.
Right.
That's
that's the contrast. Thing. That is a very heavy contrast. But fair enough. Okay, tell us a bit about the MGHS.
The MGHS is available in a front-wheel drive or an all-wheel drive option. This being this trim level, it is all-wheel drive. You have a 2-liter turbo engine.
Right.
231 horsepower.
Excellent.
6-speed dual clutch transmission. All the bells and whistles you would expect. Good.
Right. So, listen, we've said this before on the channel, and we like checking MG cars out, right? So, like, whenever the guys over at IEM send us one of the MGs, and if you don't know what IEM is Inter-Emirates Motors. They're the distributors of MG in the UAE. And every time they send us an MG, I think we always end up having a good experience with the cars because MG tends to offer value over anything else for your money.
Yeah.
So pricing, where do we stand on both those models?
So I think starting at around 76,000 dirhams, all the way up to 93.
Okay.
So there seems a good variation.
In 2023, that's a very good number.
Yeah,
that's a very good
reasonable
number. Where every Tom, Dick, and Harry car is now crossing 100,000 dirhams. I think that's a really nice number. I've driven the car now for 2 days. I don't particularly see any major reasons I would tell someone not to buy this, but let's kind of break it down. So, as far as the drive's concerned, I've seen that the car is super smooth, right? As always, MG offers a bunch of drive modes. You've got eco, you've got normal, you've got sport, and in the most MG way possible, they've got this obnoxiously red button here with super sport on it. I don't know why they had to do that, but MG is all about just offering everything that they can. I don't think I bothered pressing that button even once. But yeah,
it's there.
It's there. If you're a young college-going kid who has things to prove on the road, you've got super sport in action when you need. Then, like, we come to the interior, and it's just what MG does best, right?
Yeah.
Like,
solid.
You've got good materials. First of all, you've got this red. Okay, let's discuss what you were talking about, the red interior, right? So, as you can see, red all over. Doesn't exactly go with the blue. I guess if you were getting this interior, maybe get a black or a red on the exterior.
People actually like that contrast. I'm not one of them, but I know a lot of people that are like, oh, funky exterior color, red interior, no issues. So
I see it, but also right now at this moment driving the car, I see blue, I see black, and I see red. It's just too much for my life.
It's like a flag.
It's like a flag. What do we have on the inside? So this is a 12-inch display?
Yes, 12-inch display for your instrument cluster.
Right.
Fully digital.
Okay.
Looks very nice.
Yep.
And then for your infotainment, you've got a 10.1-inch screen. Okay. Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, wired, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, not just wired, which is unfortunate. It's also unfortunate that MG is still doing Type A ports, like catch up MG, but I don't know, you can get yourself like a converter or something like that if needed. But at least it's offered, and I'll give them credits for that because the display is nice to look at. It's not the most crisp, but it's nice to look at. On the note of this main display over here, I will say this. We've been reviewing MG cars for a while now, and I think that their OS is beginning to look a little old and sluggish. So I'll give you an example. Here I am. The OS is just looking the same way as it always did, right? I think they need to update that. But if I click this button here, which is for the AC, see how long it takes. That's how long it took.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
So it's extremely sluggish because, and we've said this before on the channel, if you are going with technology and going all out for your AC and all touchscreen, it better be good.
Yeah.
There better be a good processor behind it. There better be everything you need to support it. And I think that that's something that MG should work on. And if you buy this car, you should know this about the car. There currently isn't any support from MG for over-the-air updates or anything like that. So just keep this in mind when picking it up.
Yeah.
On that note, we've been doing car reviews for a while now, and if you are enjoying them or if you've seen them, please do let us know how we can improve. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because the more people we have, the better we can make it and hopefully keep creating some car content. Moving on to this display. How big did you say this one was, the digital cluster?
12.3.
12.3.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I've said this before in our previous video for the MG Marvel R. So MG Marvel R is MG's all-electric vehicle, which we got to check out, even though it's not in the UAE yet. So please do go check that video out. But in that car also, I said the same thing.
Too much info?
Too much info.
I love it.
Just an unnecessary amount of information. Like, for example, right now, on my left side of my speedometer, I've got the speed I'm at, which is like 90 kilometers per hour. But I've also got, like, I don't know what you call it, like the gauge from 0 to 210, which is also right there. And I don't see the point of that. So give me the option to have one or the other. You know?
Customizability.
Yeah, that customizability. Because again, coming back to the software point, you've got this great thing, this great display here, but you've only got 3 settings here. 1, 2, 3. That's it. So all you can see is your notifications or your current journey or a few settings of the car. That's it. Yeah. That's all you can see, which to me it renders the beauty of the display moot.
Yeah,
right?
It's underutilized.
It's absolutely underutilized.
Yeah.
Apart from criticizing the software, which it does need some work, the rest of it is absolutely grand. We've said this before, the steering wheel is the same steering wheel you get in every single MG car, except the addition of this Super Sport button. It does the job. It feels better quality in the HS than it did in other cars, but I could be wrong about that. It's got the red stitching over here as well, which is very nice. But yeah, on the overall,
yeah, I think it's nice.
Yeah, except though a bit of a copy on the Mercedes with the round thing, or do you think it's it's common now?
I think a lot of brands are doing it. There are a lot of commonalities. Like if you really want to nitpick at the things in the vehicle, the AC vents look like Mercedes.
Right.
The push button start looks, I'm pretty sure, is out of a Mercedes. The steering wheel is actually a Volkswagen steering wheel.
Yeah, we know this. We know this.
And all of that. But I think it blends well together. It's not a case of like
giving MG its individuality.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Exactly.
I see your point. But apart from that, car's pretty spacious, right? Yeah. There's a decent boot behind here. It's a compact SUV, so it can do some light off-roading. I wouldn't say
you could with the front-wheel drive. You know, your little gravel Kudra lakes and stuff like that. Yeah, you're gonna be
basically fine. You can be a little rough with the car and not worry too much.
Yeah, you've got a bit of ground clearance as well.
Yeah, I would have liked. That being said, I would have liked slightly bigger tires on this car. It's got 18-inch rims. I think that the look is a little lost. I think it would look nice, beefy with like 20 inches. It will look better, but that's something that if someone really wants to, can add. Coming to safety, like all MGs, the car has a lot of it. Lane departure warning, blind spot
monitoring.
It's got
reverse
cameras.
Everything.
It's got the whole thing. It's got cruise control, obviously. Unfortunately, not adaptive. Speaking of cruise control, they have the one thing that I absolutely hate, which is it's a knob on the back here. I don't understand why.
In MG's defense, that is quite common for most manufacturers to have it
Okay.
there. Like on a Toyota, it's behind the steering wheel.
But it's
Lexus.
2023. Get it onto the steering wheel. And it's not like they didn't have the place. They had this. This is really pointless, this control over here right now. So I don't see why they couldn't have done it. One thing we forgot to mention, but I guess people, if you're watching the video, you can see it is a giant panoramic sunroof. Really nice.
Indeed.
Really nice. But on the overall, I always enjoy MGs. I love what they stand for, in the sense that someone out there just wants to get a nice car. Maybe it fits the whole family, or they want a nice utility vehicle that they can take out and go on little adventures to Ras Al Khaimah or somewhere else. MG offers that. I really admire that about the brand. I like that they provide that value and at good pricing, right?
Yeah,
Because
I think the overall package at
Yeah.
the end of the day,
Yeah, even though-
price, what you get, the value proposition, all of that is good.
is always solid, and I think that that's something to definitely appreciate. While doing this drive, I've officially got us lost, so we will figure that out. But while we do that, please do like, subscribe, support the channel. This is Sam, my name's Danish, and thank you very much for watching.